Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Just a little bit of information. I will be changing the name of the channel in the near future. I think 3 days is when am allowed to change. I'm not going to be on camera tonight because I'm not feeling too well, but I did want to come in and just show what I had finished. This is Steffi. She is the llama that I made for Judy's Creations in Crochet, her make-along. She is all done. She's got her little blanket on her. As you can see, she's got some beads on here. Those are real beads. Well, that's obviously a silly statement. What I meant to say is it's turquoise and feldspar. Oh, good morning to me. And she's got this cute little hat that has a little bell on the side. And she just turned out quite cute, I think. I will have a link in the description for the pattern for her. But before I do anything else, I want to tell you about what yarn I did use. Now, some of the yarn I used up, and I'm not sure where the tag went at the moment. So I brought a couple of different ones over just so that you can see what exactly I use. So for her body, it's not in this color. Her body, I believe, was vanilla. It is in Premier's Wool Select, which I absolutely love. I mean, love their Wool Select. And I was very sad to find out that they were going to be discontinuing this. Just broke my heart completely. But in the meantime, you might be able to find it elsewhere. Last time I checked, Hirschner's had just a little bit of it left. And I don't think Premier had any. But the Wool Select is 75% acrylic, 25% wool. You do get 273 yards on it. Now, this wool, just so you know, it is a lightweight 3, which, that's not a bad 3. And it is only hand wash in cold and lay flat. Well, obviously, since it's an Amigurumi that I used it for, as you can see there, you would not put this in the washing machine. Anyways, you would just spot clean it. Amigurumi like this, where it's made to be a decoration only, it's not made for little kids to, hold and tug. You wouldn't wash anyways. So you would do spot cleaning on it. This yarn, I love working with this. It is so soft for a wool and acrylic blend. It does beautiful stitch definition, as you can see on her body. Now, there is one thing I will point out, because this is something I did. I went too big in my hook size, unfortunately. And so there is more holes than there should be. When making Amigurumi, you want it to be more similar to what is on her muzzle. And that was too close, sorry about that. And her nose, where you cannot see the stuffing, as you can see down here, because I did too big on the hook. Like I said, my fault. And I'm an overstuffer. I admit it. I overstuff. Especially for a neck. I always worry that, given time, they get bumped around, the neck will start flopping, and, who wants their creation to end up looking like they're deflated, right? I did use the Wool Select for her eyes as well. And for her very pretty little stuff here, her blanket and her belt, as well as her hat, I use this. This is from Hobby Lobby. I do have quite a lot left of this, but whoops, the other one that I used, I just have a very small amount left. This is called Mangarola, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not really great at some names. I can say them in my head. I don't always say them out loud correctly. It is 100% acrylic. It's from World of Yarn, but like I said, I did get this from Hobie. I think I said Hobby Lobby before. I meant Hobie. As you see, Hobie. It is a 3 as well. It does gorgeous stitch definition, if you can see it right there. I mean, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And it's got that nice sheen to it, so it makes it a little more eye-catching. I loved it. The only downfall that I had is when I made the first hat for this. Let me bring this over. It's on my Winnie. That is using the exact same size hook that I used on my llama's body. But when I went to put it on, lo and behold, it ended up being way too small for her head. So I had to go up to a 4.5, I believe, for her hat, which ended up giving her that nice a little bit bigger of a hat, which I was looking for. I kind of wanted it to be reminiscent of what you would do if you put a new hat on a new baby, and the hats sometimes are too big, and they're kind of cute that way. I wanted that look. I have a thing about baby animals. So that's what I wanted to do for that one. And the other piece is made with Hirschner's for the ball. Let me put this down for a sec so I can read. Sorry. Oh, I'm wrong. It's Uptown Baby Sport. That is what I use for this little ball right there that now I can't focus on. There we go. And it is also 100% acrylic. It is also an anti-pilling. And I believe this was actually a 2. The other thing that I used, oh, and that is not from Hirschner's, sorry, that is from Premier again. You will find on my channel, I use a lot of Premier. I absolutely love them. I think they do a really great job on it. I guess some people would call it everyday yarn basics. I don't really consider them, basic. I think they're very high quality yarn, especially for a big box. Sometimes you don't get the best for the big boxes, but I think you do with Premier. So I will always recommend them. And I use the Premier. This is one of their mini little cakes that you can get in a box. This is 100% anti-peeling acrylic. This is what her muzzle is made out of. And see if I can get it to focus. There we go. It's got just that tiny bit of shine to it so that it stands out. I wanted the muzzle to be definitely a different color and feel because llama's faces are, they stand out. So that is what I used on her muzzle. And the eyes, they are just simply half ball button eyes that are sewn on. And yes, I did make them not perfectly centered. I wanted it to look kind of like she's maybe looking around with the one eye. Crazy. I love the crazy eye look on dolls. I think they're cute. She does have a little bit of blush added to her to make her cheeks stand out. Actually inside her ear, I don't know if I can show it very well. Oh, yeah, there we go. She has some blush in there as well. So that is what I did for Judy's, sorry, I'm always going to mess this up. Judy's Creations in Crochet Mal for 2004. All right, now enough about my llama. So what I'm going to show you next is for the next Mal I'm doing for them. Now, I've already seen the color. I'm not going to be showing the color because I want it to be a surprise. But I am going to make something in this book that I got for Christmas. Now, these creations, I think you can see how gorgeous they are. I mean, look at the coloring, the patterns on them, just absolutely stunning. I love this book. I was so excited when I got this. And this is by, I'm never going to be able to say her name right, so I'm just going to show it there. I will put a link in the description for the Amazon one that you can buy of this. This book does have even mermaids. Mermaids. And let me pull up. I'm sorry I'm kind of all over the place with my book today. I did buy a camera stand, and I'm having trouble getting my phone to find the Bluetooth beats for the microphone on it. And then I bought me a webcam, and I'm having trouble with that at the moment too. So since I'm not feeling well, I'm just like, okay, that's fine. We're just gonna hold everything in our hands. So this is, let me see if I can get a better, this is everything that's in the book. Now, if you can look closely, you can see you have several fish, you have a couple of fishermen and a pirate. I love this one right here. That's my favorite fish. You got your, I think that's the octopus over there, some more fish, the walrus. Tell me that is not the cutest walrus in the world. Come on, that's cute. Look at your seagulls, your pelican. I love the pelican. And then here's some more walruses. Or, no, those are elephants, so sorry. Talk about not saying my right animals, jeez. And then they even have ones that are just little itty bitty ones that are super quick ones to make up. Now, I'm not going to show you individual patterns right now, only because, like I said, this is a book. It belongs to me, but I'm not allowed to give out pattern information. But I did want to give you a hint of what I'm going to be making for that now. So, I also have, let me move a couple of things here. I have a couple other things coming up. I am doing the make along with, oh, who am I making that with? Tony at TL Crafts. Wow, that was really hard in my brain. And for that one that I'm making next, I am going to be using the 2-1 Color Therapy. I happened across these at Joann's. They were clearancing them out. If you have not tried this, oh my god, it's so soft. I mean, it's beautiful. And it's a number 4, 100% acrylic. I keep managing to get 100% acrylics right now for all my projects, but it is machine washable and dryable, and I am going to be making the Llama, I think is how it's pronounced, shawl. That's my next thing I'm working on for the make along for them. I'm also doing a few more make alongs that I will talk about in another video when I'm feeling a little better and I have my situation fixed with my cameras and everything. Now, the other thing that I will show you, now this if some of you, well, hopefully you follow me, have seen, I started doing a triangle shape, and it was called the Adventurous Scarf. And I ran into some problems with my brain and figuring out Tunisian bias, going from the bias to straight so that it continued on but didn't make a giant triangle, which, not to complain, that was nice. You know, I almost was tempted to do that, but I decided to take that apart, and I am doing similar to her. It's another cowl that I just picked up the other night, and I can't think of it, but it has a open side on it, so it looks connected on one side, or it's connected at the top, and then it has the one side coming down. And I decided that I was going to do that, but I really wanted to use the simple stitch for it instead, because I absolutely fell in love with the simple stitch. I don't know why. I do. I've been doing it for a few days now, and I was looking at it last night, and I was like, oh, you know, I should maybe start tucking these in. And then I was like, no, you know what I want to do? I want to leave these loose and use a fringe like she shows in a few of her other items. And I thought, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So it is all from the 13 Days of Halloween, from the Leafia Company. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Again, I'm not always the best with names. But it will have all 13 minis in it. And I was looking at it last night, and I was like, you know what's kind of funny is it almost has the start of feeling like I'm starting in spring over here, and it's slowly going into like a summer. And then as I start putting in the next color, I guess it's going to go into fall. And so I'm kind of like, ooh, I'm kind of liking that. And let me see if I can turn it just a little better there. Okay, there we go. So, yes, it doesn't look even. It actually is, all the sides are correct. I know, because I panic and check it constantly. But I like it. I think it's going to work well once I get this done. And I do want to talk about a couple other things that are going to be coming up on my channel. I have a lot of cowls and make-alongs coming up. I will, like I said, I will talk about most of those in the next video I do. I'm also going to be doing some yarn unboxings. Now, I'm not able to buy huge amounts at one time, so they will most of the time be pretty small, but I also made a promise to myself as well as other people that I am going to be shopping my stash this year, which is a lot. I have a lot of yarn, a lot of Wool Select, because when I said I love Wool Select, I was not lying. I love Wool Select. I love Premier Yarn, period. But, so I have that I'm going to be working on. And tomorrow, I'm hoping to show you what I am going to be doing on one I just joined yesterday that's called Things We're Making Thursday, which is once a month. They will give well, it's already figured out for the month, but they have it divided down into monthly what you're doing. And February is blankets. So one of the big things that I'm going to be doing, that I'm going to be showing, hopefully tomorrow, if I can get everything working, is what I'm going to be working on. And one of the items I do plan on working on in February will be my Afghan for Bagel Days animal shelter auction. And I'm really excited about it, but I'm probably only going to show the yarn and not the pattern yet. And the reason I'm doing that is Juan had mentioned on his channel, and I thought, oh, that's a really good idea, that he wasn't going to show what he was making until after Crystal talked about it on her channel, so that it would be a surprise, so that people would be like, oh, okay, so that's what he made. And I thought, that's a really good idea. So I'm going to do that as well. I will only show the yarn that I'm going to use. I already have the pattern picked out. When I show it, I will tell you the creator of the pattern, but I will not be saying which pattern I'm using yet. So I hope you stuck around till the end. This is my longest video so far, so that's kind of exciting. I'm still working on getting everything, organized and how I want it to look. I got a lot of really fun ideas that I think will work and make things look cool in here. I don't have a huge space, so I try not to show everything because it's a little overwhelming by how much I have in here. But that being said, I hope you liked it. I hope you will come back again. I hope you'll stay. Consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. Bell, not bill. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied. It's okay. I'll work. So that you can see all of the videos that I do make and record, put up. And I don't even know where I went with that one. That one kind of lost it there. Okay. Anyways, thank you for coming along and listening to me as I stumbled through this whole thing, because I did not do this very well. All right. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye for now.